via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and also via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. You are connected to this live streaming from wherever you are. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra create the gaps between two illusions. Gaps are very important. Gaps between two thoughts helps to see what it is. Gaps between two meals helps the food to digest, and this creates an environment. Environment is very necessary for the growth. When you are in mother's womb, there is a particular environment, and that environment helps you to grow. The environment is created by two things. The force, you can call it consciousness, you can call it life force, and the field. In religious terms, we can call it Shiva Shakti, yin and yang, and so on and so forth. It creates an environment. In mother's womb, there is an environment naturally created. But when you are outside the womb, in the outer world, you have to create this environment for you to grow. This can be done if you allow the gaps between two things, two thoughts, two emotions, two illusions, whatsoever it is. You see the reality, then you begin to grow. This is difficult, to create an environment around you on your own. To look at the reality as it is. It may not be according to your desires. There is no need for it to be according to your likes or dislikes. But then you have to live with reality, to live in it, and you are part of it. It is better to come to terms with it, and then you will grow. Always see what is there. Do not be in a haste or rush to make the decisions. It is better not to understand something than to misunderstand. It is better to remain ignorant consciously than to think that you know. Look into your relationships at the husband, the wife, the friend, the teacher, the master, the servant, the employee, the employer. Look. Everyone is thinking in his or her own way, interpreting the other. Then there is no possibility of the meeting. And when the meeting is not possible, there is no environment and growth cannot happen. There is no communion. Then each one of us is in a constant conflict, fight. Fight between the conflict is not between two persons. The conflict is between the false images. You have one image, somebody else has another image. Be alert so that you do not have any false image of anyone else. Remain with the real, howsoever hard, unpleasant it may be. Sometimes because of this reason or that, we overlook. We look at the life very conveniently and easy, even if something seems to be impossible. But once you know the beauty of remaining with the real, because real is the only thing that transforms you. It creates an environment around you. It has already created an environment in the womb, so you grow, and then you can create an environment on your own, or you can be within an environment created by someone else. The growth will be possible. Once you know the beauty of remaining in that, understanding this, you will never become victim of dreaming or confusion or conflict. There is another thing, another point which we need to understand. Why do we dream? Dream is a substitute. If you cannot get whatsoever you desire in life, you start dreaming. This is what happens throughout the day. We interact, certain things happen in one way or the other. So whatsoever remain not understood or remains unfulfilled, unfinished, that becomes the part of the dream. For example, you have fasted for the whole day. In the night, you will be dreaming that you have a great feast. You will be dreaming the food, of being invited by someone to a grand dinner or something like this. And now you will be eating and eating in your dream. The whole day you were fasting. Now in the night you are eating in dreams. Those who are sexually suppressive, then in dreams become sexual. Through your dreams you can know what you are suppressing during the day. So dreams are more real about an individual. So sometimes it becomes necessary. The dream means unconscious. In order for environment to happen, for the growth of an individual, we have to go into the unconscious and subconscious layers of the person. Dreams are substitutes. Psychologists, psychoanalysts say it will be difficult for man if he cannot dream. So for a normal man, dreams are substitute and are very important. For awakened ones, dreams does not matter. So the nature of the dreams changes. And when we look at the 7 valleys of Sufis, there are different bodies. The nature of the dream in each body differs. As such as an individual or a man is, it is difficult to live without dreams. And they are right in a way. As a man, it is very difficult to live without dreams. But if you want transformation, then you have to be without dreams. Why are the dreams created in the first place? There are unfulfilled desires, our own expectations, and so many things. All these become part of the dreams. Try to understand your desiring, be aware, observe it, go into it. Why is this there? The more you observe, the more these will disappear, and then you will not create a web around your mind that you can move into your own world of dreams. Dreams cannot be shared. 2 intimate friends cannot share the dreams. 2 people sleeping on the same bed, hugging one another, cannot have similar dreams. You cannot invite anyone into your dreams. It happens on its own. Why does this happen? Why you can't invite anybody? You can invite someone to your home, to a party or anything else, but why can't you invite someone in your dreams? Because dreams are absolutely private and personal, and reality, existence is not private. Only madness can be private. The joy, the bliss is universal. You can share it, but you cannot share dreams with anyone. They are your private property or a state of private madness that only you can experience. One can, in a day, live so totally that nothing is left unfulfilled. Unfulfilled means it remains suspended, hanging in your consciousness, and it forms the dream. If you are eating and you eat totally, enjoy every bite of the food so totally that you do not need to dream in the day. When we eat food, number one, our food is nutritionally empty. Secondly, we eat in a particular manner. We have a platter of food in front of us, and this is not only with the food, but almost everything. We have a food platter full of food, delicious food in front of us. We have a morsel in our mouth, the next one in the hand, and the eyes are fixed on the platter. We have our spouse in front of us. You can share yourself, you can share one another, but instead of that, we start thinking of something else which is not there. So some things remain suspended in the air, and that forms the dream. If you are loving someone, then love so totally that no love enters into your dreams. Whatsoever remains unfulfilled or suspended or hanging becomes part of your dream. Whatsoever you do in the day, do it so intensely, so totally, that nothing remains incomplete, nothing is left as a residue to become the part of the dreams. Try this. If you are able to do this, then within a few months, your quality of sleep will be different. Dreams will go on becoming less and less. And then you can create an environment on your own to grow within. Normally we create an environment for us to stay. When an aircraft is flying at 35 to 40,000 feet height, their atmosphere is not as dense as it is on the earth. So it is difficult to live there. That is why it is easy to live on the earth than on any planet. For instance, moon, the atmosphere is very light. You cannot walk properly either. If the environment that is within an aircraft is not there, created specifically, you will be all floating and stick to the ceiling of this aircraft. So an environment is created. So you can create this environment around you for you to grow, because you remember there is earth element. Earth has a greater environment. So when you are living guided by the earth center, that is your sex, your food and everything, then it is easier. But the moment you start transcending, you are moving to a different layer, higher and higher. There you can call the gravitational pull of the other center is much less as compared to that of the. So between these two, there is, on one hand, there is a gravitational force of earth element, which is the sex center, the food, all that related to it. And then gravitational force created by the other. So there comes a moment between the two when the two gravitational force neutralize one another. And that time, that is the moment of consciousness you can stay. You are fasting, you are in a different layer, but you have not created the balance between eating and not eating. If you start practicing this, that breakfast take the healthy, lunch take lighter and simple. Your breakfast can be complex. Lunch should be simple and dinner should be very light. If this is becoming a part of your habit, then you will not be dreaming feast or anything like that. Because you have created a balance between the two, the gravitational pull created by the food element, all that is the food for the sense organs. Instead, you are transcending, going higher than that. And that point in astrophysics is known as Lagrange point, where the gravitational force of the two are balancing one another. So it is in this space, that point, where a spacecraft can remain there. So that point in your growth is created by consciousness. You are conscious. There is no trace of unconsciousness or subconsciousness. So you are in harmony, balanced between nafs and suluk. And that Lagrange point between nafs and suluk is the qalb center or heart center. If you are centered in that center of communion, then you are creating an environment, atmosphere for you to grow. So in the beginning, when you were a fetus in mother's womb, the environment was created by the mother. However, whenever there was any kind of emotional disturbance or anything that has affected the environment within the womb, and it is said that mother should remain happy during the times she is in carrying the fetus in her womb. After that, when you are born, your environment is created by the family, the friends. So sometimes that environment becomes detrimental and it does not allow you to grow properly. Then as your journey begins, you come within the energy field or the environment of an awakened one. Slowly and slowly, you start creating an environment around yourself for growth. So if you start changing your eating habits in that way, you will realize your quality of sleep will change, your dreaming will change, and so many things. If you are loving someone, love so totally that no love enters your dream. Whatsoever you do during the day, do it so totally that nothing remains incomplete or suspended on your mind, because it cannot be said suspended in consciousness, suspended in the mind. Nothing is incomplete which has to be completed, and when nothing remains incomplete during the day, then there is nothing that you need to complete during the dreams. That's why Buddhas do not dream. The quality of the dream changes from dream to visions. Try this, and within a few months you will have a different quality of sleep. Dreams will start getting less and less, and deep sleep, and the sleep will deepen. And as the sleep deepens, more and more congenial environment is created around you for your growth. With open eyes in the night and with open eyes in the dream, both continue. Inside a current goes on. Any moment you can close your eyes and wait, you will see the film has come back. The dream is running, and it is always there waiting for you. It is like stars during the day. Your dreams are just that way, moving within you even while you are awake. So this has to be understood first. Close your eyes and start functioning. When dreams are less in the night, in the day you will have a different quality of waking. And when you have lived the life totally, then sleep will be of a different quality. So two things happen simultaneously. If you have not left anything incomplete during the day, the sleep will be better, more intense, and then the quality of the day will also change. If your sleep changes, your waking changes. If the waking changes, waking is more conscious, more alert, then your sleep will be of that nature. So do not leave anything incomplete, because whatsoever you leave incomplete during the day, it will remain suspended in your mind. That is one thing. Whatever you are doing, remain with it totally. Do not move anywhere else when you are eating food. That's why the Zen masters say after enlightenment, what do you do? I eat when I eat, not when I am hungry. Eat when I eat, because he will eat only when he is hungry, not because the food is available or it is ready. Then you will eat. I sleep when I sleep. So at that time, nothing else is to be done. Do not leave anything incomplete, and while you are doing something, do not move anywhere else. If you are taking a shower, be there. If you are eating, be there. If you are sleeping, be there. Forget the whole world. Now this shower is your whole universe. Everything has ceased for you. With this, the quality of your life will begin to change, and nothing will be remaining lagging in you. Then dreams will disappear, and with less dreaming, more and more, the existence, the reality, that which is, will enter you. And this is the way that the sutra says, as a hen mothers her chicks, mother particular knowings, whatsoever you have known, particular doing, there are two things, knowing and doings. So mother them just like a hen mothers the chicks. We will continue in the next session. Until then, take care and do have a pleasant day.